It's been a rough few years for Japanese SUVs. While they are still praised for practicality and reliability, they've fallen behind in performance and style. What's more shocking is that some legends have now become losers. This list of the 5 best and 5 worst Japanese SUVs to buy this 2025 will help you make the right investment. Keep watching because we end on a rather controversial note. That's right, your favorite Japanese SUV probably didn't make the cut. We begin with the worst Japanese SUVs. Number 5 is the Acura MDX. Now in its 4th generation, the 2024 MDX still hasn't caught up to the shine of European rivals. It wants to compete with the Audi Q7 and BMW X5, but it just doesn't land the punch. To be fair, the handling is a bright spot. Acura's super handling all-wheel drive gives it serious grip. The MDX corners like a smaller SUV and feels confident in the rain. Steering is also tight and responsive. That's where the praise ends. The engine is not as exciting. The base 3.5-liter V6 feels underwhelming for a luxury SUV. It took 7.5 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour in tests. That's slow compared to just about every rival in its class. However, the cabin is comfortable. There are also tech upgrades, but nothing screams premium. For a luxury badge, you expect more power, punch, and wow. And that's the problem with the 2024 MDX. It promises more than it delivers. It's nice, but not memorable. Unless you score a killer deal or love the badge, this SUV isn't the smartest buy in its class. At number 4, we have the Nissan Rogue. At first glance, the Nissan Rogue feels like a win. Sharp design, decent tech, and a name you've seen everywhere. But don't be fooled by the polish. This SUV has problems under the surface. Let's start with the transmission. The Rogue uses a CVT and not the good kind. It's loud, feels rubbery, and struggles under pressure. Drivers report jerky shifting, odd sounds, and full-on failure in some cases. That's not what you want from your daily ride. Build quality is another letdown. Hard plastics, bland finishes, and cabin noise make it feel cheaper than rivals. Buttons feel flimsy, and panels rattle. Over time, it just doesn't hold up. Models from 2014 to 2016 and some 2021 trims drew the most complaints. And while newer versions look the part, many of the same old problems still show up. The glitchy screens give you a track record far from solid, and the Rogue starts to feel like a bad decision. You've got smarter choices out there, including a couple we'll be reviewing much later. But up next, a wannabe premium brand misses the mark. Again, coming in the 3rd position is the Mitsubishi Outlander. This SUV shows up dressed for success, but don't let the suit fool you. It's got sharp looks, a roomy interior, and a tech-packed spec sheet. But once you take it for a spin, the polish starts to fade. Let's get straight to it. 2018 was the low point. While it didn't rack up the highest number of complaints, its issues were no small matter. The most frustrating problem is premature brake wear. Owners were swapping pads just months after purchase because of flimsy, low-grade components. Then came the power problems. Some drivers reported their Outlander wouldn't start or lose power entirely. The base 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine doesn't help either. It's slow, underpowered, and struggles under load. If you want any real performance, the plug-in hybrid is your only decent option. Fuel economy is decent. You get 24 miles per gallon in the city and 31 miles per gallon on the highway. But okay isn't what buyers are after these days. And safety? The AWD model earned just 4 stars from the NHTSA. Not great when rivals hit 5s. And at $31,550, that's more expensive than 3 of the best SUVs on this list. But we'll get to those later. Number 2 is the Toyota CHR. It might surprise you to see Toyota here, but the 2022 CHR is the odd one in an otherwise solid lineup. The styling is bold, sporty, and turns heads. The suspension is also surprisingly comfy. It glides over potholes and speed bumps without shaking your spine. Around corners, it feels light and easy to handle. Sadly, all the good news ends here. Visibility is a disaster. Thick rear pillars and a narrow back window make lane changes and parking a guessing game. Then there's the speed, or lack of it. The CHR crawls from 0 to 60 in over 11 seconds. Fuel economy is solid at 29 miles per gallon overall. However, the engine noise kills the vibe. The 1.8-liter hybrid hums quietly at low speeds, but give it gas, and it groans like it's protesting work. The 2-liter is a little better, but still whiny under pressure. While it doesn't entirely ruin the ride, it does wear on you. If you value style, comfort, and fuel savings, the CHR delivers. Just don't expect power, peace, or practicality. For all its flash, this SUV can't keep up with the pack. Now buckle up, because the last one might sting a little, especially if you've had a soft spot for it in the past. Finally, in first place is the Nissan Pathfinder. Nissan shows up again as one of the worst car brands you'll regret buying in 2025. The Pathfinder has been a family favorite for years, but recent generations have come with more headaches than highlights. If you're eyeing the 2024 model, pump the brakes. While competitively priced, you can find much better 3-row SUVs within its range. One bright spot is that the Pathfinder is roomy and rides quietly, which is great for road trips. But when it comes to off-road performance, it struggles with stiff steering. The Pathfinder gets you where you need to go, but without any real feedback or driving excitement. And with practicality as its only mission, it feels more like a tool than a thrill. And when you add in quality control issues and past recalls, it loses even more ground to the competition. Unless you're a true Pathfinder enthusiast, your best bet is going old school. Those boxy first gens from 87 to 95 have aged better than most of their modern siblings. Enough with the flops. Let's shift gears and talk about the Japanese SUVs that are worth your money this year. Starting at number 5 is the Honda Pilot. Honda's largest vehicle has everything you'd want in a 3-row SUV. It packs a 3.5-liter V6 engine with 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. That means strong acceleration and the ability to tow up to 5,000 pounds with all-wheel drive. But it's not just muscle. The Pilot also delivers up to 27 miles per gallon on the highway. In the city, you'll get around 19. That's solid efficiency for a big family hauler. Annual maintenance is also ahead of its class. Over 10 years, the average cost is about $7,300, compared to nearly $15,000 for many of its rivals. Safety is top tier too. The 2025 Pilot earned the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Award. So if peace of mind matters, and it should, you're covered. Now let's talk reliability. J.D. Power rated the 2025 model at 82 out of 100. That's a solid vote of confidence, and many owners say they've hit 300,000 miles without major issues on older models. Inside, it's built for real life. Space for 8, smart tech, and plenty of cargo room for road trips, gear, or groceries. The 2025 Honda Pilot delivers power, space, safety, and dependability, all in one sharp-looking SUV. But if you want something more outdoorsy, the next SUV is the king of its class. Number 4 is the Subaru Forester. Subby has built a loyal following over the years, and it's easy to see why. The 2024 Forester continues that legacy with a mix of capability, comfort, and confidence that's hard to beat. It's practical, adventurous, and packed with features that matter most to real drivers. Under the hood, the Forester runs on a 2.5-liter flat-4 engine that produces 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque. That may not sound wild, but it's more than enough for your everyday drive and light off-road trips too. It also sips fuel responsibly, averaging a cool 29 miles per gallon. All-wheel drive comes standard, which means better grip in snow, rain, or when the pavement ends. But where the Forester truly shines is in safety. With Subaru's EyeSight Driver Assist, you get automatic emergency braking, blind spot detection, rear cross traffic alert, and more. No wonder the 2024 model bagged the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus badge. Reliability holds strong too, with a JD Power score of 83 out of 100. Some owners have already clocked over 75,000 miles in under a year. That's astounding for a car under $30,000. And if you're craving adventure, the Wilderness trim adds higher ground clearance and rugged tires. Are you looking for something more city-friendly? Our next two picks offer the best of two extremes. At number 3, we have the Mazda CX-5. When everyone's driving one, you know it's good. The 2022 CX-5 is not just a fan favorite, it's Mazda's most popular SUV for a reason. It blends smooth handling, sleek design, and lasting reliability into one sharp-looking package. You get two engine options to choose from. The standard 2.5-liter four-cylinder delivers 187 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. If you want more punch, the turbocharged version pushes out up to 256 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque with premium fuel. Both engines feature Mazda's SkyActiv technology, which means better fuel economy and sharper response. The base model averages 26 miles per gallon in the city and 31 miles per gallon on the highway. Even the turbo version still manages 22 city and 27 highway. For anyone watching fuel costs, that's a big win. The CX-5 also keeps things manageable. It doesn't pretend to be a sports car, but it gives you a steady ride at higher speeds without drama. If you love a bold dashboard or a flashy cockpit, this isn't your car. Mazda plays it safe on interior flair, but what you lose in looks, you gain in reliability. With many CX-5s flying past 180,000 miles, you're in it for the long haul. And for around $28,000, that's a steal for brains, brawn, and just enough beauty. Up next is a luxury beast that trades speed limits for mountain trails. Coming next at number 2 is the Lexus GX 460. The 2023 GX 460 is the cooler, better-dressed version of the Toyota Land Cruiser, which says a lot. It runs on a 4.6-liter V8 engine, pushing out 301 horsepower and 329 pound-feet of torque. That means power when needed, even with a full load or in rocky trails. Fuel economy is not its selling point. Expect 15 miles per gallon in the city and 19 on the highway. But if you're buying a GX, you're not counting pennies, you're chasing miles. Step inside and you're greeted with wood trims, leather seats, and a 10.3-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. With 3 rows and seating for 7, there's enough room for the whole crew, plus bags, gear, and grandma's snacks. And the comfort? It makes long drives feel brisk. Safety is baked in with lane departure alert, blind spot monitoring, pedestrian detection, and a pre-collision system. But where does this tank thrive? Off-road! With full-time 4-wheel drive and adaptive suspension, the GX eats up gravel, mud, and snow like a pro. Starting near $59,000, it's not for everyone. But if you want timeless toughness with a luxury badge, the GX 460 delivers. While this car targets a small niche, the best SUV Japan has to offer is perfect for everyone. Taking the first spot is the RAV4. The RAV4 is Toyota's golden child, and the 2018 model is the crown jewel. Sitting at the top of the 4th generation, this model nailed it on every front. Performance, reliability, and day-to-day practicality are all off the charts. Pop the hood, and you'll find a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine pushing 176 horsepower and 172 pound-feet of torque. Fuel efficiency is solid at 30 miles per gallon on the highway and 23 in the city. Nothing flashy, just dependable. But let's get into the twist. The newer RAV4s from 2019 onward all run on CVTs. And while Toyota's reliability record is stellar, CVT builds across the board have raised eyebrows. They feel rubbery, age poorly, and haven't earned the long-term trust traditional automatics enjoy. That's why the 2018 model remains a fan favorite. Kelley Blue Book gave it a perfect 5 out of 5 for reliability. Inside, it's comfortable and simple. Nothing over the top, just roomy seating for 5, smart storage, and everything where it should be. And here's the kicker. These RAV4s regularly pass 250,000 miles with basic care. If you want a RAV4 that won't quit and you want to save a pretty penny, the 2018 is your best bet. And there you have it, the best and the worst SUVs Japan has to offer. Do you agree or disagree with our picks? If so, leave a comment below with your own ranking. And if you're a pickup lover, check out our 5 worst and 7 best pickup trucks to buy in 2025. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.